Pop, pop, pop. I don't know why I've been saying pop all day, dude. Ugh. We're still at Jordan's house. Jordan's apartment. There's no doggies. There's no girlfriend.
It's a party.
Boys night, dude. I asked Jordan what he was doing while his girlfriend's away, and guess what he said? Jordan, say hi.
Hi.
You got so scared that I was going to reveal your disgusting secrets.
Not.
You want to know what it is, guys?
No.
It's so gross. He isn't washing his hands after he eats.
Yeah, that's what it is. So, you know what I was thinking about the other day?
I have no fucking idea.
Obama must be chilling right now.
This is going to suck, dude. Hell yeah. Tell me why you think Obama must be chilling right now.
Well, because like he's not the president, and you know like Biden's got all the attention on him, or Trump, and you know Obama's just chilling. I mean, he's just hanging out. I mean, what is Obama doing? He's not even he never does anything. So he's just like living the life right now.
Doesn't he do speaking tours, or he had a radio show with Bruce Springsteen? Actually, that's really funny. So that was like a trivia question that I like totally blanked on, and I was pissed. The trivia question was like naming presidents
and their best friends or something.
No, and then asking what their like Secret Service like code name was or whatever. And I was so pissed that I didn't think of, and it was multiple choice, but Obama's was Renegade, because that's the name of his show with Bruce Springsteen. It's called Renegades.
Oh, okay.
And so I like didn't think of it until after, and I was like, motherfucker, like that was.
I hate that. Like
but then
after.
There's a bunch of, what is it? George H.W. was Timberwolf, I think.
Dude, does he have a podcast?
Does George H.W. Bush have a podcast? I don't know.
Dude, that guy should. That'd be so funny.
For some reason, I think he's doing like the Stephen Hawking's talking, even though he's not, just because he's so old.
Yeah.
I have a question for you.
What does he do? He must be chilling too. Anyway, go ahead.
I don't know if he might just kind of be like living. Like his whole thing is that like he's just trying to.
Ex-president is kind of cool as shit.
I don't know. I mean, you have like your presidential salary, and you have the Secret Service, and you can kind of just like do whatever you want. And God knows, if you're going to be president, you're already rich, so you just like retire back to your rich guy life. So like they all have compounds and estates, and you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, I guess every once in a while, Obama does come out and go, you know, Israel, and then he goes back into his little cave and just chills.
Obama. He makes like Spotify playlists. He makes like
that's so much fun.
Yeah, he just like he makes like a yearly like seasonal. He makes like seasonal mixes and stuff for like Rolling Stone or the New York Times or something, because he's like the cool president. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
And it's all like weird. Like obviously his like assistants and like aides are like, you like Fleet Foxes now.
Okay, I was gonna say, does he actually pick it? Or?
It's like.
Also, do you listen to it? I mean, how do you know this?
I mean, like I see it get published and people make fun of it.
I think I'm gonna. This is what we'll do: is I'll listen to it this week, and then next week
we'll talk about it.
That's fine. We'll talk about it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, you know, it'll be like a Marvin Gaye song that everyone knows, and then like an Earth, Wind and Fire song that everyone knows, and then like Bruce Springsteen, but then it'll be like Greta Van Fleet and Fleet Foxes, and you know what I mean, like some top 50 shit.
Yeah,
like a Post Malone song on there to be like, well, you know, my daughter showed me this thing, and they call him Posty, and Xanax seems pretty cool.
Is that your Obama?
That's close to that can do. I wasn't far off.
I mean, it wasn't good,
but it wasn't bad.
It's better than anything I could do.
Yeah, it's because you're bad.
I don't know. I thought my Bernie Sanders in the last episode was pretty good.
It was fine. I do have a question for you about Obama.
Okay.
So you know how people like conspiracy theorists and like people who don't like him and who are like homophobic and transphobic and all these things, they try and say that Michelle Obama was at one point a man.
Yeah, I've heard that. They go, the shoulders. Look at the shoulders.
Yeah, and then they call Michelle like Michael and stuff. It's a big like Alex Jones adjacent thing.
Yeah.
My question to you is Sorry, I was thinking.
Oh, God.
What? No. No. So honestly, my question would be if that was true, right?
Oh, if it was okay, if it's true.
Barack Obama was married to a trans woman and they had like kids and stuff, right? And it came out. Do you think that many people would honestly give a shit?
Like, if it was hidden and then it happened, or if it was already always known?
If like next year, like Obama came out and was like, you know what, you guys are right. My wife Michelle was born Michael and transitioned when we were in our 20s.
I think that because Obama's kind of had a falling out with, like, in the sense that, like, you know, people like on the left don't really think of him as anything great or anything, but I think this would bring them up to like a new. It would make them a new icon. Do you think that would make
people like him because he would be an LGBT?
He would now be an LGBTQ icon.
Yeah,
and you know what I think? I think it would be. Oh no, never mind. I just changed my mind because I was gonna say I think he would become the icon, even though she would be the one that was the that should be the icon. But I think not. I think she does get some. I think she already has cool points. I think people are like, I like Michelle. You know,
I have a work client that I think was either in a sorority with Michelle or like is some sort of like, you know, like fundraiser lady DC crew, like knows Michelle Obama through like different organizations.
Yeah.
And like, it seems like she's like, I mean, like, I know that Michelle does like a lot of like philanthropic work. I don't know what it is, so I can't say if it does anything. I know that she tries.
She gives cookies to kids.
Fuck yeah,
remember
dude.
that?
So I know that she tries, but she seems like she's pretty cool, and the people who like know her and fuck with her like fuck with her fucking heavy, and it's like she's awesome.
Yeah.
Like if you're like in the milieu to be friends with like a former first lady who's like, I'm not everybody else's first lady. You know what I mean? Like kind of like the cool first lady.
Yeah.
She seems pretty sick.
Yeah. I think if she were to run, she would win. You know what I mean?
I don't
the Democratic
know
ticket.
what you mean. I don't know.
I think
you think she would win the Democratic primary or she would win the presidential election?
I think she would win the Democratic primary for sure. And then probably the election. Yeah.
I think she would definitely.
I think a lot of people like her. She's like kind of like the Oprah of politics.
Ugh. I think that when's Oprah going to get in trouble for being in all those photos with all those different sex offenders and Epstein people? You ever seen that smash cut?
No.
Have you ever?
I mean, it's not. I mean, that's what I don't get is like it's not like she's like affiliated with them in that way.
No, but it's like a lot of these like, and again, like I don't subscribe to this like theory that she needs to be investigated, but I do find it very funny that like every time there's a celebrity that gets busted for like diddling or like assaulting or human trafficking or anything, like there's always a picture of Oprah Winfrey around. That I don't think that she's like, I'm not accusing her of being nefarious, but I do think it is like a very funny thing.
Well,
when conservatives or like, you know, conspiracy theorists are like, she's involved, and it's like, well, she's the most famous person in the world, but also, I mean, you aren't wrong. She is pictured with
dude, she just
Epstein and Trump and Weinstein and fucking everybody.
Because she's famous, and those people were also famous at one point.
I'm not saying I disagree with you, man. I just do think that it is funny. That like there are so many pictures of her with like convicted high-level sex offenders.
But that's because she knows she's famous.
You said it 7 times, and I've agreed with you every time.
All right,
but do you not agree that it is funny?
I guess I don't know.
Whatever, man.
Those people are in photos with all kinds of people all the time.
Oh, okay.
You know, the Clintons.
Sounds like you're covering up for something, you fucking freak. But no, I do think. I think that if Michelle ended up being a trans woman, right? It would. I
forgot that that's what we're talking about.
It would be awesome. So
it would be cool,
funny to watch. Like,
the meltdown of Alex Jones.
To watch liberals like buzzword liberals like lose their mind because this is some like huge victory for like LGBT stuff, like in a way that doesn't materially matter, but like something you can post about, right?
Well, they would say we've already had our,
Sure.
Whatever.
So
president.
you would have these like paper tiger liberals who just like hashtag warrior people, right? Then on the other side of it, you would have all of these conservatives losing their mind.
Oh God, they would freak
because of the idea of quote gay stuff. You know what I mean? Like just watching them melt down, but then seeing like what I would imagine to be like a pretty solid chunk of the country or like the voting bloc who would kind of be like where I'm at, where it's like, oh, that's crazy. I don't really give a shit though. Like, I don't care what you do, dog.
I mean, I think it would be.
It wouldn't affect my voting or like my political thing either way.
Yeah, people that let that shit affect their voting or their thoughts in that way. The only thing you should feel if that were to become true is just like, cool, man. That was like, cool. Okay. Cool.
Sick.
Sick.
I'm glad you had a happy marriage, and it was probably difficult to obtain that happiness.
Yeah.
Because you had a super taboo thing going on.
That's cool, but does Obama still smoke?
He doesn't. He quit smoking.
I know. He's less cool now.
That was a big thing that Michelle made him quit smoking because he was in the public eye.
Oh.
Yeah.
That was her doing?
That was a huge part of his first term.
Yeah. Oh, I remember.
Was that he smoked.
Yeah.
And then he like publicly like was talking about like quitting smoking.
And we were all like, that's cool.
And I was like in college being like, that's fucking lame, dude. I smoked so many cigarettes.
Yeah.
But it was because Michelle was like, you have to be a role model for like kids and shit. Like you have to be like, like a positive like influence, and you can't be out here like telling people to be healthy and then smoking fucking stogs.
Yeah, what did they ever find out like what brand he was smoking?
Man.
Well, I was saying because that brand would probably want to profit off of the fact that Obama
I don't know. I don't know for sure. I think I know what it is. I think I know what it is. Because I'm racist. No, I don't really know. I don't know. I don't know because it was so long ago, and also there were probably so many jokes made about him smoking Newports or like smoking menthols.
Though, do you? I don't remember them.
My knee-jerk reaction is that he smoked Newports, but that's also because I smoke Newports when I smoke cigarettes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like I'm pretty sure he did, or like I heard that he did somewhere, but it was so long ago, and the internet's such a terrible place.
It's awful.
It very well could have been someone just being racist and talking about how black people smoke Newports.
Yeah.
I want to say that he smoked Newports, but I really don't know.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to be racist, even though somehow it just is what it is. I'll take that.
Even if he does smoke Newports, you can't even say you can't even say that he did.
You know what? And that's their privilege.
Yeah.
Did you do anything for Juneteenth? Speaking of black people's privilege, Jordan, did you do anything for Juneteenth? Did you work?
No, I was off. I went fishing.
I worked.
You worked, yeah.
It was a very funny day. It still is like a very funny day in my like job sector because schools and federal stuff is closed, but small businesses are normally still open.
Mm-hmm.
And so like we still had work. I worked like basically like a normal day.
When you walk into one of those businesses, you should say, "You're all."
I do.
Racist.
I do. And then I go up and I dap every person of color and say, "What's up, my boop?" No, but it was like it was really fun because I was like talking, and obviously like with my job, like aside from like I don't really interact with a lot of our actual clients, like clients. I interact with security guards, janitorial staff, like parking people, like loading dock people, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And a lot of them like happen to be like in Baltimore and DC. A lot of them are like people of color, like specifically like there's a lot of African Americans involved in those like various jobs. So it was basically like me going to all these places where like I'm dealing with like predominantly like black people and essentially being like, shit, man, they made you work today? And then be like, yeah, it's fucking bullshit. Just like all day, like working class people being like, yeah, the lawyers got off and like all these fucking fancy people get off, but like I'm still down here working and fucking emptying out this goddamn dumpster.
I think it's a day. Here's the thing. it's not even something I really knew about before like 4 years ago.
No one knew about it until it became a holiday, dude.
Well, there's black people in Texas that didn't know about it. But anyway,
It was not in like the public.
yeah, exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. But now that I do know about it, and the ending of slavery is like a
cool.
thing you should.
It should be recognized.
Yeah, and I think this is what I'm saying. I want to start making Juneteenth a thing of like something I do something every time.
It would be.
I want to make this holiday about me.
You should. You definitely should.
No, but I do want to do something during it. Like
it would be cool to have like Juneteenth traditions if we like had off.
We gotta figure. I do have off, so you should get your job to have off. You have power there, right?
I could argue it, but I would rather like take the pay and like the easy work day potentially.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing with like Memorial Day and Columbus Day and Labor Day and all that shit. Like we still work on those days, but it's like a really light load. So basically like I still get paid, but I work like very little.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which like I'm fine with on those days anyways, because like anything that I'm going to be doing won't start until the evening anyway.
Yeah.
But it is nice because I do get off on the 4th of July.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm so excited now.
Yeah.
Because my buddy and I, we're going to like get some crabs and we're going to like play board games.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, and like smoke some meat. Like really kind of just like...
Hell yeah. You have a smoker?
My buddy does. I do have one that I haven't used in a long time.
Yeah.
But my buddy has a smoker, so...
Damn. Well... my thing every Juneteenth, by every Juneteenth I mean just this one. It's like I have people at my work.
For the last one Juneteenth,
I have people at my job that complain about it, and I'm like, why are you complaining about a paid day off?
I told you about that, right?
It's so stupid.
Yeah, no, this is a public episode, but I had someone close to me who complained about Juneteenth, and I had to be like, why are you complaining? And they were like, because like people don't want to work. And I was like, yeah, no one wants to work, dog. And then they were like, well, I don't understand why we have off for this. And I was like, yes, you do. You just don't like that it's a black holiday. And they didn't say anything. And I was like, let me guess, you don't have off, so you don't want anyone else to. And
also, let me guess, you don't have a problem with having off on Columbus Day, do you?
Well, that was the whole thing that it kind of devolved to, where they were like, well, I'm not off on this day. And I was like, cool. Well, like a bunch of people are, so you're kind of being a selfish prick right now.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, yeah, I guess you're right. And I was like, yeah, if you had off, you would want a day off too. He's like, hell yeah. And it's like, yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
You just don't like it because your racist boss won't give you off.
Yeah.
Sorry, dog. You know?
Mm-hmm.
And then tried to flip it into the whole like Columbus versus indigenous peoples thing, and tried to do that fake like you can't even say Columbus Day. And I was like, oh, you can everywhere. No one gives a shit, man. No one's going to correct you in public or anywhere where you're like pretending to be victimized,
right?
Because your friends aren't going to, and the places where you and all of your friends go to complain about woke, they're not going to correct you. You just think that magically you're going to be somewhere and someone's going to be like, I know that you don't call it what it's supposed to be called. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's so fun.
Yeah. It's just, and with Columbus Day, it just always makes me laugh that like we celebrate a day for someone.
I still say Columbus Day is out of habit.
Yeah, of course.
I don't mean anything by it.
Right, but
also, who gave a shit about Columbus Day?
Right. But the fact that dude never set foot in anywhere that we call the United States ever in his life. And
we've had this conversation
people get that mixed up with the Mayflower shit too. Mm-hmm. People think that the Mayflower was Columbus, you know.
I don't know. Anyway. I mean, the education system here sucks, but I find it very funny. But the whole point is that like Juneteenth has always been a very funny holiday for me because like my black roommate always has to work on that day, so I always kind of poke fun at him for that.
Yeah.
And then you know what I mean, like all my black friends still have to work. Yeah. And then, you know, it's just
funny how that works.
It's like very funny how that works.
The white people get off.
Yeah, all the rich white people get off, but all the working class black dudes still have to work.
Yeah.
You know.
Damn, that sucks. I didn't even think about that until just now.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. It's so. I'm glad that it's a holiday, but it's the politics around it are beyond silly.
Right.
Did you do anything for Pride?
No, I didn't.
Because you're not proud, or you're just
I'm
not
proud.
an ally.
Oh, I'm an ally.
Oh, you
look
just
at my
hate them.
shorts. Look.
Yeah, they got blood stains on them, dude.
No, they're not blood stains. Those are paint stains. But look at that.
Yeah, no, you have your
I got my corporate.
Yeah, your corporate.
My corporate sponsored Pride.
Jordan's
wear.
wearing North Face shorts that have a rainbow flag on them.
And the trans flag.
And the trans flag. I couldn't see the trans part.
Yeah.
I
had to get these because they're white.
Yeah, you had to get them because you're a liberal and you need to make people know through your purchases what you care about.
Yes.
Tacitly. I didn't do anything for Pride this year. Like for the Pride parade, Pride weekend stuff.
I never knew when they were happening, and by the time I did, it was too late.
The only thing that stinks, and I've brought this up to people who don't care about me complaining about prides because why would they give a shit about my opinion about Pride?
Mm-hmm.
Is in Baltimore, it's the Pride parade stuff is always Father's Day weekend.
Yeah.
And I've expressed this to many of my friends where I have to see my father on Father's Day because he's so old.
Uh-huh.
I don't have many left.
Yeah.
And I brought it up to my dad and he kind of found it entertaining, but not as funny as I do. Where I was like, dude, you've made it to an age where if you ask me to do something, I have to do it because it could be our last time doing that thing together. And he's like, dude, can I just enjoy this fucking drink? I'm like, Dad, think about it though. You get to see me for every holiday from here on out, dude.
Yeah.
I can't miss any. Because with my luck, it would be the last one. You know? And he's just like, can you fucking stop?
You're freaking me out.
Dude, honestly, yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, so back to the Pride thing real quick. I kind of want to imagine for 4th of July, I go around waving the Pride flag, but in a gay way, and thinking
Jordan,
that
I want you to tell me how you would wave the Pride flag around in a straight way, and then so he's doing a wrist motion.
But anyway, my thing that I was gonna say is being a guy that doesn't understand that it's 4th of July and thinks it's Pride Day and going around waving that flag and being and just being that character, not understanding that it's 4th of July and thinking it's Pride Day.
I want you to work on this character because right now it's really bad.
I don't know. I imagined it.
If this was 20 years ago on Jackass, it might be funny.
You're right. Now it doesn't make
sense. If it was fucking Chris Pontius and he gets punched by a 400-pound trucker.
I because you know how mad people would get.
Yeah. Which is why you would never do it. You don't want the ire of a guy. You don't want to ever be in a confrontational situation with one of the people who would actually get confrontational about a pride flag.
No.
Because it
would be scary.
That would be fucking terrifying.
Yeah. People have guns too.
People do have guns. You're right, dude. People fucking have guns, dude. Yeah. I actually had that conversation with a guy I know not too long ago because he's getting a house. And they having the whole argument with his partner about getting a gun.
Yeah.
And then it just became a whole conversation of how easy it is to get guns in Maryland.
What? It's hard.
But that's the whole thing. It's how easy is it?
Oh yeah.
Compared to other states, it's easier in this regard and harder in this regard and all this kind of stuff. And
it's easier than New York, but way harder than Virginia.
It's hard to get a handgun here. It's not hard to get a shotgun or a rifle or anything.
Right. Yeah. You can get that anywhere.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it was just very funny because then someone else who was in the conversation is staunchly anti-gun.
Yeah.
Staunchly.
Yeah.
Anti-gun.
Yeah.
And just kind of was listening and didn't say anything. And then after we were done talking, they were just do you guys realize how fucking terrifying this conversation is? Because you're just talking about how easy it is to get murder weapons.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had an itch in my nose.
Okay. I was like, what's going on? God damn it. What was I going to say?
Have your allergies not been crazy?
They have been, but I've been taking medication.
I don't do that.
Yeah.
Also, sometimes the chlorine dries out my skin.
Yeah. God damn it. I had something good I was going to say.
Probably not. Was it about Pride?
It was good. trying to think.
Oh, because you had a really good idea about waving a pride flag instead of an American flag?
Yeah, that's old news though. Then we moved to guns.
Oh yeah, let's just recap what I just said about guns, house guns and stuff.
Fuck.
Did I tell you that a person I know, like they're like a gun guy, but since Maryland like isn't stand your ground or whatever, like you can get in trouble for shooting someone that breaks into your house.
Right.
And so to prevent that, there's like a really lucrative market in states like ours for like non-lethal ammunition and like non-lethal home defense. And this person I know is super into it. So they have multiple guns in their house, like where they hang out in the house, like where they sleep and stuff in case someone breaks in. But it's basically like a hyper powered paintball gun that shoots paintballs that are made out of tear gas.
Oh shit.
Yeah, dude. So like you'll get like the kinetic blast of like the pellet, right? But then when the pellet makes contact, it pops and then it spits out like a cloud of fucking like mason tear gas and shit.
Yeah.
So you're just like, you get hit and then you get like covered in fucking
goddamn
in tear gas. Yeah. And they were like so stoked to tell me about it. And it's like powered with like fucking, you know, like little fucking like not NOS, but you know what I mean?
Right.
Like little fucking cartridges and shit.
Yeah.
And my first reaction was like, dude, I don't want to have a gun in my house because I party too much and I don't want to like have a bad day and like fucking kill myself.
Yeah.
But having one of those guns would be fucking tight.
Right. Yeah.
Because I'm not going to like eat that bullet. But then also like, I've never had an issue at my house at all. And like, I don't think I ever will. You know what I mean? My neighborhood's very cool. You know what I mean? But God forbid anything happened at like any of my neighbor's house. Like it would be tight just to like pop, 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 pop. And like hit someone with fucking concentrated mace.
That would be sick.
Right?
Yeah. It'd almost be like, yeah. Is it illegal to just shoot that at people for fun?
I think so. I don't know. Like,
God damn it, dude! I can't. It's
dude, I don't think you can just like you can't shoot people on the street with like a paintball gun.
No, that's like assault.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you can't. You definitely no, because also didn't like one of the guys in 3-6 Mafia got arrested for like trying to take a fucking stun gun on an airplane.
Oh damn.
Yeah, which is pretty badass.
Yeah. I can't believe I forgot what I was gonna say.
I can totally believe it.
Damn it! It was good too.
Was it really good,
yeah,
dude?
It was. It was gonna be funny. Oh well, you know, can't
win them all. Sorry, every episode can't be full of Jordan jokes.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else you would like to get to before we wrap up this public episode?
No, I think that's good.
No, you think that's good?
Yeah. What about you? You have anything?
I mean, you know me, I always have things to talk about. So one thing actually, because of our jobs, and I do you get the arm, right? You get the driving arm. Mm-hmm. One tan, one there. Do you have the knee? Do you have the driving leg?
No.
Because I do. My left like knee is more tan than my right knee.
Oh shit.
Yeah. But also one of the funny things that I learned from a friend and wanted to get back to you to see if you do it too. So like you pack your lunch sometimes and you pack like hot food sometimes, right? Mm-hmm. I started doing a thing that my buddy recommended who also works out of a van where when it's hot out, you put...
We already mentioned this, bro.
Did we?
We talked.
Put it in the dash?
Yeah. We literally talked about this.
That's fine. But so update on that technique is I do it every day now.
Oh,
because
damn.
we're in the middle of this heat wave and it's like so fucking hot. Like my food stays steaming hot all day.
Damn.
Because I just keep it like at the front of the dash.
Yeah. I don't do that now.
Dude, I thought it was really silly and like a joke, and then the more I've been doing it, the more I'm legit like, dude, yeah, like, yeah, because you know, like even if you get like fucking fast food and shit, like the fries get gnarly or like the chicken tenders get gnarly or like if you know whatever the fuck you're getting, like it gets gnarly or congealed or like kind of cold.
Well, whenever I see like blue collar workers, like driver guys, they always have food on their dashes. I see it all the time.
Yeah.
You know?
Keeps that shit fucking hot, dude.
And I remember back in the day seeing that and being like, Oh, these are just like white trash people.
That's disgusting, and you're white trash and poor. But really, it's like, no, I spent $14 on this sandwich and macaroni.
No, yeah. It's economical.
Yeah, honestly, it is.
Yeah.
And also, like sometimes you just can't heat up your food.
Yeah.
I don't know. All right, Jordan. Say goodbye to everybody.
Goodbye, everyone.